Woohoo! We're live on Facebook. It is 3:59 p.m. Just on time to start our 4 o'clock prospecting webinar with none other than Jake Mackenzie. Team, you are in for a treat, and I'm watching these numbers. I got to tell you, middle of winter, Jake, and we're just about to hit 200 participants on this live on a Tuesday. And why is it important? Because right now, right around Australia, we have a phenomenon going on, and that is people, there is a thirst for listings. There is there's a Hunger Games. This is the real estate Hunger Games. They're dying for stock. And I have to say to you, real estate agents across Australia, as these numbers are building up, 215 participants on there. I'm just waiting for the numbers to build up. The reason why this is an important webinar is I have now got clear evidence from real estate agents that I work with one-on-one with, agents that are award-winning agents, including Tanae Jane, who has gone on to say, this has changed the game with prospecting. As I said to you yesterday on video, those that are on my Instagram, if you don't like cold calling, if you struggle fast tracking owners onto the market, if you're the sort of person that feels difficult to actually have a conversation that doesn't have commission breath, if you're finding that you're ringing people up and that you're interrupting them at times that they don't want to talk to you, we have a solution that has got a tech underpinning. And I've got to say to you, Jake, out of every tech product that I'm involved in real estate, if there's one product that I could say will get you more listings, it's this one. It's the digital price update. Jake Mackenzie, thank you so much for joining me today. You're my co-pilot, and mate, it's so good. I love having a tech person that's actually an auctioneer, a tech person that has been in real estate for nearly a decade, and a tech person that speaks real estate language to people. But you're a guy that uses technology to help people list and sell real estate. What do you do at Realtair, Jake? What's your main role?
Tom, great to be here. As always, super exciting to jump on here. My role at Realtair is sales manager. So talking to clients every day, looking after the sales team here at Realtair and helping them to help agents, just like on the call today, to make their businesses a lot more efficient using technology and using our tools. And today we're going to talk about just a very small portion of that, which is the price update, the digital price update, which is in our pitch solution in the whole platform. Super excited. It is, as you've said, an absolute game changer for prospecting. No more cold calls, no more reason not to call people. If you're calling people without a reason, you need this because it's going to absolutely change your life.
Yeah, and I've got to say to you, Jake, you've got a couple of case studies of people that have had astonishing transformations in the number of listings they've been getting by using it. I'm not one of these people, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a person that says go buy all the tech subscriptions that they are, because I think we're in an era of you've got the tech, the tech stack. Now it's about execution of tech stack, right? This, by the way, is the first of 3 webinars. I want to let people know we do have another one booked in. Our next one is on the 11th of July at 4 p.m. And that is what you give an owner before you walk into the door to move things towards you. But today we're talking about the digital price update. So Jake, you are going to share your screen and you are going to give people a live view of the platform that they're actually seeing in action. So I might hand over to you, and I might just kick it off and just say to you, what is a digital price update? And then we'll just talk it through. Perfect.
Great place to start. What is it? Everyone's heard about the price update. As you've just said, there is so much tech that exists in the real estate industry at the moment. Principals, agents are getting call after call from tech companies saying, you need this, you need that. It's quite polluted, but in the space, the digital price update is essentially personalized prospecting on a digital level that is one-to-one. So it's from the agent to that prospective vendor or prospective seller. There is a level of automation which makes it easy for you, but essentially it's giving somebody a market update or a price update around their property. Tom, prospecting has got to be two things. It's got to be frequent, and essentially you have to be in that client's face enough that they remember you when they do want to sell or when they want that appraisal. If you're in their face too much, we've discussed around, you can actually lose a listing by calling somebody too many times. Or of course, if you're not in that space, you're not going to be remembered. So it's got to be frequent, but the biggest thing, it's got to be relevant. And what we're actually saying to our prospective clients, what we're sending them, can't just be mass recent sales and listings and things that aren't even relevant to them because it's such a polluted space. It has to be specific to their home. And that's what's really getting the cut through with the price update, is it's straight to their phone via text message from the agent's number, and it's relevant to their property. That person feels quite special that the agent has taken the time to do a personalized price update or market update for their property, and it's gone through. And as we said, there's a level of automation. We don't want you to be at your computer all day sending things. We make it very easy with the number of integrations and automation that we offer. So that's
Jake,
what the price update is in a nutshell.
I've got to tell you, I've got real estate agents that are writing 600-700 GCI without assistance, and they say to me, hey, listen, Tom, mate, if I know how to do the digital price update and I can do a digital intro, there's a receptionist in the office, there's a layer of support I get there, I can get by. By the way, everyone, those of you that are watching on Facebook right now, we've got a little bit of a surprise for you. If you share this video, we are going to pick a winner and announce them by close of business on Friday. They are going to receive a 45-minute coaching session, one-on-one with Jake and I. The coaching session is going to have a strong flavor on what you've got to do to be a high-tech, high-touch agent. We're going to rip up and dig deep and help you become an attraction agent using digital. We'll assess your current assets and we'll answer all these things that you can't put together in your head. You got one of the greatest men's in tech coaching here, Jake, and I'm going to be sitting there from a real estate perspective on a one-on-one. So to actually win, you've got to press the share button. We're going to announce the winner on Friday, close of business. So press that share button, team, on Facebook for those of you that are on. Jake, we now know what the digital price update is. Show us more, what it looks like, how you put it together. Is it going to do people's head? Are they going to be spending hours and hours sitting in front of a laptop, blowing steam? Show us what it's all about.
Super simple. If tech's hard to use, no one will use it. We're a big believer of that here at Realtair. So I might bring up my screen. You can see that there now on the page. Very simple. Everything that you do at Realtair from the platform has a dashboard. So all of your listings, be it prospects, appraisals, listings, live listings, as we talk later on further down the platform, can all be accessed from one page, which that in itself, we know there's a lot of tech going on in a business. That is an absolute game changer for efficiencies and for agents. If your EA or assistant is doing these price updates for you, they can have access to that dashboard as well. So we make it really easy to actually generate. Now, where does this information come from? We integrate with all of the major CRMs, so you don't actually have to rekey information into Realtair. We'll simply pull that data from the CRM. So if you've got your clients and prospects that you're working, we can access that and drag it straight into the system. Super easy to create. We actually create a property. I've done a sample one here today of a property here at Manly. And once that campaign has been created, we can see our three solutions of pitch, sign, and sell, which make up the whole platform. And as I said today, we're just touching on the very start of that, of getting indoors and generating those appraisals and those leads for our agents. Where we'll start, of course, what today's about is the price update. So we have a number of templates using the create button there. You can have as many templates as you like. It's a beautiful thing about Realtair. We're focusing on one today, which of course is that price update there. We simply hit generate and it'll bring us through to our vendors page. So all I've done is click two buttons so far. I haven't even typed anything in. My vendors details, of course, will pull through from my CRM. So it's that easy. You literally just click the campaign and click create, and it will actually build that for you. Next, we need to choose some recent sales. And we were talking a little bit before about recent sales. This is quite important to get right. And this is something that we will go into the coaching session with our lucky winner of that competition. We need to be a little bit selective in the recent sales that we send. Are they comparable? Not necessarily. They're recent, they're in the area, because the whole point of this document is to send it to a client and get them curious. What's happening in the area? This one here at 32 Wood Street sold for 4 million. This one sold for 3,775. What's my place worth? And that's the question you want that client asking. What's my place worth? Let's reach out to Tom in order to get that market appraisal. Now, we pull all of the data from your data provider, the CoreLogics of the world, the PropTracks, the Price Finders, so you don't even have to log in to those systems. We simply pull it in. There's a few cool things you can do here. Of course, you can create recent sales if you've just sold something off market around the corner. We can search for property address. We can even use a filter down the side here to really narrow that search down. And one of the most common filters that our agents use with great success is the simple date. So if we're sending these every month, 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months, we can easily just grab the sales from that time period so that we're not sending too many. How many do you send? Probably the next question we get. Depending on the volume of transactions in that market, could be 3, 6, 9, 12. Of course, you don't want too many because it'll make the template too long, but enough to get that client curious.
Jake, can I ask you, Jake, can I just ask you very, very, very quickly, surrounding sales versus comparable sales. So the feedback I've had from my clients is they say when they put surrounding sales, it gives them an exit, because if they put the comparable sales and those comparable sales at a number lower than what the owner is hoping to get, it can actually turn them off. But when you put surrounding sales, you're sort of suggesting to them, this is not what necessarily your property is worth. These are the properties around you that have sold. Do you have a view on that, Jake?
Absolutely. The last thing you want to do is price yourself out of an appointment. So by putting sales that are too specific or what you believe are comparable without seeing that property can be dangerous. The whole point of this is to have that price update of prices in the market. So we're not getting very specific. Of course, as agents, we have a general understanding of what's selling in terms of 3, 4, 5 bedroom homes, but leaving it as just recent sales in the area and surrounding sales allows you to have that flexibility and more chance of actually getting in the door.
Okay, beautiful. Keep going.
Same for listing. So not what has just sold, but what's on the market. And we know that Australians are obsessed with real estate. So they're always looking what's on the market and what's happening. We can pull in some recent, some current recent listings as well. And that would be exactly the same as we did before. We can filter it, or we just simply hit add and they'll pull into the top here. We can edit these. So if we do have competitors' watermarks or logos, you can edit them. If there's no price on a listing that you know, you can put it in there and it will update for you. So there's a lot of flexibility around the templates, which we'll talk to a little bit later. But essentially, you can get it looking the way that you want to represent your brand. That's it to generate a price update. Simply hit the generate button down the bottom and it will build it into your desired template. Now, this is a sample template today, but this would be your colors, your logo, your brand. And there's a number of different components which you can have. There's over 500 different components within the templates that we offer here at Realtair, from videos to moving headers like this one to some great stock images. So we can work with you during that initial setup period. You've got some great templates as well, Tom, that you've done some work on. And we're happy to, of course, work with your clients on those as well.
Is that the report? Is that a report there now?
This is it. This is the price update.
So the report's finished. It's done.
It's done. It should take no longer than 60 seconds, 30 seconds to generate one.
Okay, Jake, can I ask? Mate, that's beautiful. Can I ask you, this report? How does this report now go to your client's eyes? What method is used?
Best method: text message. There's an SMS button here on the right-hand side. We simply click that, hit send. You can customize the message, and it will get sent to your client's phone from your number as a real estate agent. So if they're in your contacts, it pops up, Tom Panos, here is your price update. Click the link below and they get sent that text message. And the best thing about it, when they open that link, you get a notification as well. So every time your client is in real estate mode or is engaging with any document that you send within Realtair, you're going to know. And that's the power to this. It's we are able to communicate at the right time to our prospective clients because we know when they're actually there. It's like delivering a letterbox drop when you know they're standing at the letterbox.
That's a beautiful analogy. And I'll tell you, Jake, why I like this so much, because I'm convinced that a lot of the times prospecting goes wrong because of the timing. It's not even what you say. It's just that you've got someone who's sitting there, who's feeding their baby, or they're watching their favorite team on footy, or they're just busy and they're not in the mood to talk to an agent. Whereas the clients that I've been dealing with it, they say, Tom, you don't know what it's like to actually get notified that they have opened it up. And not only that, Jake, I believe that you get notified on what they're actually looking at specifically on the report.
So we can see what device they've viewed it on. We can see how long they've viewed that presentation as well. And that's exactly right, Tom. There's a very specific way to get the best cut through with the price update. Generate first, send it out, watch for the open, and make the phone call. So for the agent sitting out there going, I hate cold calling, I don't like ringing people to say, do you want an appraisal, do you want to sell? Everyone's doing that at the moment because there's a lack of stocks, you said at the moment. The best way to do this, when you get that notification, give them a call. Hey, it's Jake from the real estate. Just sent you through a market report, fully knowing that they've opened it. Price update for your property. By the way, did you see the one down at number 27 that just sold? Great result. How's your real estate plans? Would you like an update on your property? It's very warm. There's a genuine reason for you calling, and you know that they're actually looking at it in front of them.
Jake, can I please get you, I don't know if it's on the report, but I have a lot of clients that tell me they not only do they use the digital price update as a stay in touch strategy and watching them open it up, but there's a section there where they actually request for an appraisal. Now, I'm not quite sure whether this report's got it on this one, but I have my clients that tell me they get a lot of appraisals from that button.
Definitely. So we want to have a call to action button on the template, as well as our recent sales and current listings, which our clients can click through. We've got a map to show them where those are. We've got a little bit of information about us as an agent, perhaps some testimonials, but as you said, the most important thing, book an appraisal. And the minute that client hits that button, the agent gets a text message to their phone that Tom Panos would like an appraisal. So you'll actually get the notification of it's been opened, and we want an appraisal as well.
Susan, may I ask you a favor, if you don't mind, because I know that there's a lot of people that are on here that might not stay till the end. I want them to have easy access to be able to check it out. And we're going to give you a link that not only allows you to explore this more, but it's got all these free resources like scripts and dialogues and email templates to help you get more listings. Susan, if you don't mind, if you can put that into the chat box and also type it into the social media, what that URL is. I want to make sure people have got that URL. By the way, can I ask you, Jake, how do people with templates, I mean, you got franchise groups, you got independents, you got network groups. How do you go about creating a template, and how long does it take?
So if someone signs up today, we can have them up and running within 72 hours. There's a number of different options for templates. There's your templates, which we've worked hard in designing for your clients. We have a template editor, which is super easy to use. Drag and drop, change sections, of course. If there's any marketing people on the call, don't panic. You can lock down certain sections of those templates. But it's as simple as adding in logos and colors and customizing that. We do have a great knowledge base and a great customer success team here at Realtair that if you just need a little bit of help, we can jump on a Zoom call with you. Otherwise, we do run webinars where we can take people through those template editing sessions as well. So we want to make sure it works. We want to make sure that you are comfortable in not only sending them, but also creating something that you're proud of to deliver to your clients.
What do they need? What do they need to supply to you to get a template set up? What do they have to send you?
So with that, look, we will. They actually don't have to send us anything. They can do it themselves from day dot. But usually logos, fonts, colors, and some maybe a profile as well of the agent. So we can help them load all of that in the background. But you can literally get set up and start doing that once your account's created.
Okay, a couple of other questions I want to ask you. You can sign up right now. It's open, obviously, yeah, because we're here and we were encouraging you. Yes, We are selling you something that is good for you. But I want to ask you, man, what's it cost?
Tom, $165 a month per lead agent.
What have you done here? You've opened up on the page. This is the page that we're at that you can sign up.
Correct.
And you can also, this is the page that you can get all the free resources, correct?
Definitely. So you can sign up here straight from the page. The URL is going to go into the webinar as well. But if we do scroll down just before I drop the screen away, it's not only the tech, but what are we saying to our clients? What resources do we need? What scripts and dialogues? You've done them all, and they're all here to download. So there's no reason that you don't know what you're going to say when you call your client. $165 a month per lead agent. If you think about it that way, Tom, it's less than $2,000 a year for your prospecting. Get one listing, you pay for it for 10 years. So unbelievable.
Hey, team, come on. Let's get serious, gang. You're paying $165. Can I ask you, Jake, you know, the other things that we're going to be covering over the next, few weeks, the other components, is it another $165 they pay for that as well? Or is it $165 is for all the tools?
Everything. So $165 is for the whole platform. This is, as I said, just the very start of it, but then you'll actually be able to send a digital introduction. You'll be able to send a full proposal of your listing presentation. You'll also have all of your documents that you need to sign that listing up, change its price, call an auction, do a reserve, or sign a contract, as well as access to all of our methods of sale within our sell platform. And there's some great prospecting tools in that as well, and a deposit collection to finish the sale. So that is everything.
Okay, a couple of questions that are coming. But by the way, Jake, you've done a brilliant job. I mean, think about it. We've only been going 15, 20 minutes. The guy's been able to produce a report. That report would go out as an SMS. Bingo, right? So what you would be doing is setting a minimum of number of reports that you've got to be doing per week. This becomes part of your prospecting activity. Team, let's forget the commission breath. Let go of interrupting strangers that don't want to talk to you. Let's start giving people value add information. Forget about sending them a lasagna recipe. Start giving them information that can help their lives better. And there is nothing better than the digital price update. A few people are asking here, Jake, is it available in New Zealand? I'm sure it is, because every time Pete goes to New Zealand, he wants me to introduce him to agents. Is it available in New Zealand?
Tom, it is. We've actually just launched in New Zealand. We've got our first few clients coming on board a couple of months ago. So we do have it available for New Zealand. So if there's any New Zealand agents on the call, reach out through the same link, and we can take you through the platform for New Zealand.
Okay. So there's a few people that have asked about New Zealand. Another question here: does it integrate owners' details, RP data, or price finder? I think it does RP data. I think it does price finder.
Does all,
I think
yeah.
it does
So
prop track.
We'll drag the owner's details from all of the major CRMs. We will integrate with all of the data providers, so that the CoreLogics, the RP datas, the price finders, the prop track. So the whole idea is you don't need to go into other systems to generate these reports.
Okay, Rebecca Matthews asked, can you set a template for the text message to save time retyping? I think you could. I think a lot of people that send text messages, Jake, I don't know if you've got any views on that, but I think a lot of people do that at the moment with text messages without sending a digital price update.
You can customize the text message. One thing which I was going to add as well is you don't actually have to build that every time. So we now have, as of a few weeks ago, a new feature called price update automations or price update reminders. So what I showed you today is the hardest it's ever going to get. When you want to send that price update again in 1, 2, 3, 6, or 9 months, you can actually set a task and the system will build it for you, deliver you a morning email to say, Tom, here's your 10 price updates you need to send today. All you need to do is hit view and approve, and they will send. So the first time you build it is the hardest. It then gets put on autopilot, which takes it back to what you were saying before. The whole idea of this is baseline prospecting. So an agent has baseline prospecting, which they do every day. There's then reactive prospecting off the back of listings and sales, but the price update is something that agents should be sending 10 to maybe 20 of these every morning. I know what I'd rather be doing, getting in and making 20 cold calls, or getting in sending 20 price updates and calling the people off the back of them. And we've got some great success stories, which we'll share with you in a moment before time runs out, of agents achieving some great results by doing that level of prospecting.
Okay. So I'm noticing there's a lot of people that are jumping on now, pressing on the link, and I've got a few people, Susan and to the Realtair team, they're saying that they can't open up the link. They can't open up their link. They're having a problem with that. Maybe, Jake, if it's okay with you, could I get you to share the screen again?
Sure.
And go to that page, that last page, which is the resource sign up page, right? I do realize it is a long URL, but that's the URL there. And Susan, maybe the best thing to do is again to do a copy and paste into the chat box, a copy and paste into social media. But in addition to that, I'm letting you know, I'm quite certain that Realtair will be emailing out all people here. We're going to email you this out. So you are going to get the URL emailed to you. A couple of other questions, Jake. I'm just, mindful that I want to get people's core questions. Does this work for, does it work for commercial?
We do have different templates, so we can actually hook up commercial data and commercial templates. It also works for property management, so we can set up some property management and drag in some recent rentals and the rental data.
All righty, then I've got an anonymous attendee says 409 startup fee as well, right? I'm not quite sure what they're saying there. Is there a setup fee?
We do have a setup fee to establish integrations, but of course, come and talk to us and we can work through that.
Okay, we've already have the subscription. Is the text message service extra or included in the package? Text messaging is something that you do. Some people text message through their mobile phone provider. Other people are using various companies. Other people doing it through their CRM system, like Agent Box. They use the text functionality.
Yeah, our text messages all included, no extra text costs or text credits for that. So you just press the button and it'll send out.
Beautiful. With the SMS button to send it, is it required that the vendor contact details is saved in my phone to work or not?
No. So as long as they're in Realtair, it will send from your generating the system, send from your number. So the contact doesn't have to be in your phone.
Okay. Grant Turner says, hi, Jake, love it. Game changer. Is it available for commercial yet? The answer is yes. You've sort of answered that.
Yep.
Good to see you, Grant. What's the difference between something like CoreLogic CMA and sending that via SMS? Oh, mate, what the difference is? What's the difference? Well, let me tell you. The difference is between a Vogue magazine and I'm not going to belittle RP Data, but RP Data and CoreLogic, they're in a different field. They're in the business of data, right? This is a totally different product. I would not actually compare the two, right?
Yep.
Do you have any words on that?
Yeah, look, number one, it's personalized, so it comes from your phone essentially to the client. A lot of flexibility within the template editing and the way that you actually want that structured and to look. And the biggest difference is because it is a part of the platform, anything that you do inside of Realtair. So let's say I generate a price update. If I then need to create a proposal or an agency agreement or list the property, the details are already in there. So we never have to enter those again. They'll simply push through all the way. So we're not doing anything in isolation. We're doing it all in the one ecosystem, which saves about 11 hours of listing time, of agent time per listing by just having that information in there.
All right. Well, look at this. We're getting good feedback already. Kylie Rodwell. I already have an account. I sent out a price update about an hour ago and I got an appraisal book 20 minutes later. Do you understand, team, the power of this, right? This is not some made up Amway, salesy line. This thing gets results, right? Sandy goes on, can you pay for pitch only? This is what was just demonstrated, I believe. Well, listen, the good news is, Sandy, over the next couple of weeks, you're going to see the other parts to Realtair. And the good news is that Jake has informed me that you get for that fee, you're getting the benefit of the digital price update, you're getting the benefit of the digital introduction, the digital intro, the formal presentation. That's right?
Correct. Yep. And a heap more.
Right. Then Christina said there, the link in Zoom invitation also. The link is in the Zoom. Oh, yes. So we have got the link in the Zoom that she's claiming there. Okay, Brad Hinton. Hey, Brad. Hi, guys. We're having a few problems with photos and floor plans not fitting in the windows for the listing and sales captions. Is this something you're working on, Brad? Says Brad. Do you know anything about that?
We can have a look at it. It's probably just a template customization that we can do. So, Brad, we can reach out, or feel free to email our support, and we'll get that fixed up for you.
Okay. How many Ray White templates are available? Listen, I've got to tell you, there's been so many Ray White officers of late been jumping on. I was just so enthused by it. But he's gone on to say, can a pre-list or post-appraisal template be created with videos attached to the pre-list and post-appraisal? Can
Absolutely.
you have a video?
You can. So videos on two fronts. A lot of agents are actually putting in their monthly market update videos into the price update. So not only is it some recent sales and some current listings, it's a snapshot of their monthly video, which has a bit of commentary around the market, which is great. Really important actually for our next session on the digital introduction video, because you actually give that client the opportunity to almost meet you before you turn up at the door by using video.
All right. By the way, Dan Clark has just typed in here, click the link and then copy the URL. Don't try and copy and paste, right? So maybe that's the issue. But as I said to you, you are getting this presentation with the URL in there if you have had a problem opening up and going to the resources or the sign up page. Adam goes on to say, is this an extension of existing databases and you need subscription for other databases, or is this new database altogether? Now, Adam, this integrates with your current database. So whatever you're doing, whether you're using, any of the data box and dice, agent box, whatever they are, they're all pretty much every CRM system, Jake, integrates with this, doesn't it?
We do have a lot of the majors. There's a few integrations between what goes back and forwards, but most of the major CRMs, there is a full list on our website, but if you reach out, we can get more in depth into integrations. We actually even have some clients that don't even link to a database, because once they type in first name, last name, phone number, it's in the system. So it really only saves a few moments, but it's up to you. We can, of course, integrate.
Okay, Richard Edmondson, who's a client of mine for Ray White up there on in Queensland, he's got it's steroids for prospecting. And I've got to tell you, for him to say it, he doesn't, say great to everything. He's a very, a precise agent that suss out what works for him. Can this be applied to rural and acreage sales? I would say the answer is yes.
Yep.
Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, we are using the platform now. How would we get better training to use the platform to its full extent? So Dan asked a question. So Jake, my understanding is that you've got your own, academy there that allows people to jump in on a regular basis for training. Is that right?
We do. So we have, you would have a customer success manager, which you can reach out to. If you're not sure who that is, reach out to us and we'll get you in touch. But there's a number of different training options, from webinars to one-on-one Zooms. Depending on the office, we can get industry experts such as yourself out there to really get in and make sure that the agents know what they're doing and have the best technique around it as well.
Yeah, look, there's so many questions here. We're not going to get through them all. I'm going to suggest you all to go in, dive in, go to the sign up page, get those resources, play around. Someone's asked, Jake, when are you next in New Zealand? Please. I'm not sure. When are you going to New Zealand? Are you going to New Zealand, Jake?
Soon. We will be over there. I know some of the team are heading over in a few days, but we can definitely catch up with anyone in New Zealand that wants to catch up. We've also got to book a demo. So if you just need a little bit more information, a couple of questions answered before you do sign up, you can click the book a demo page and we'll get one of our account directors on a Zoom, or if they're close enough, into the office to have a chat with you and show you the full platform.
Okay, then we've got Brad saying, thanks, gents. Realtair, great, by the way. We use hundreds each month. So they're doing hundreds each month. Anonymous says, can we use on the back of a cold call? I'd say that you could. I'd say you do a cold call, you build a relationship, you say, hey, listen, there's a home that's just sold in your street. How about I send you a report? You could do that, couldn't you, Jake?
Absolutely. And that's really what it is. That there's a reason now to call everyone. Every person that you meet, it's Jake from Real Estate. What I'd love to do is send you a monthly or quarterly, whatever you want to send, price update personalized to your home. Is that okay? You're getting the permission to build that relationship frequently with all of your clients.
All righty. And then you've got, how did you include the dynamic cover? You know, those beautiful moving waves that you had on that report?
Yeah.
How'd you do that, Jake?
It's just one of our template options. So we've got, I think, around 9 different headers you can have. There might be more than that. But yeah, it's in the template editor in the header option. You can have any sort of footage that you like. They look great, especially the ocean if you're near the coast. I've seen some really nice rural ones as well, of some drone shots over some rural properties.
Yeah, can single agents in a larger agency use this? 100%. I mean,
absolutely.
I think one of your best users, the guy that won the award, Real Estate Agent of the Year, REI Australia, Taney Jane. I think he's in that category. I think he's taken out his own personal subscription. And that's what, Jake, that's what the great agents are doing now. Agents are building businesses within businesses. And if they haven't got the stuff that they need, they're going out there and getting their own resources. You know, they understand, you know, they build these little businesses within the business, and they don't wait for circumstances to happen. They create the circumstances. So the answer is yes. Listen, Jake, is there anything else we need to cover that we don't think we've covered, Jake?
Tom, I think that's a pretty good entry-level look at the very start of the Realtair platform. Definitely one of the most fun and exciting parts. As soon as you start to see those notifications popping up in your email inbox that your clients are opening it, you start making those calls. The calls are warmer. You're getting indoors. Our stats are running at 1 in 10 of these actually results in that client clicking, I want an appraisal. There's no other level of prospecting that can deliver that at the moment. So really
1 in 10 team. Send 400 out a month, 40 appraisals a month. They're the averages, team. Team, jump on. Jake, you've been absolutely amazing. And I've got to tell you, you've done a great job, because anyone that talks tech on a webinar that still has 300 people sitting on there 35 minutes later is done a decent job. Well done. I want to repeat again, team. We'd love you all to join us on the 11th of July at 4 p.m. where we have our digital introduction session. I want to recap everyone. If you want to actually explore this further, realtair.com/resources/Tom-Panos-prospecting-rocket fuel. The easiest thing to do is not to remember that, but to actually just hit on that link when you've got it. I want to thank you so much, Jake. I'll see you on that coaching session. We'll pick a winner, close of business on Friday. And I've got to tell you, $165 a month. Think about that for a moment. When the average fee in Australia is $10,000 per listing, you'll probably get it paid off within 3 hours of signing up. You'll probably get paid off within 3 hours of signing up. Jake, thank you so much to this great audience. I want to thank you so much. And don't forget, we talk to you about Tech Tuesday, about technology, not to substitute you, but to complement you. We talk about Tech Tuesday to help you become a high-tech, high-touch agent. We're about technology that's going to make you money, not bleeding edge, but cutting edge. I want to thank you so much to all our audience. Jake, thanks for everything, and I'll see you on the 11th.
Sounds great. Thanks, Tom. Thank you.